everyone and welcome back. Today we are fitting our waist fitting sloper. I hope you have made the sloper based on our previous video, and if you have any questions please let me know in the comment section. In the Bunka method, fitting follows a specific order which I will explain in this video. One rule of thumb before we start fitting is that the center back point and the CB length is not changing in this fitting method. So now let's see the order of fit review in this method. The first thing you check is the waistline. When you look at your avatar from the side view, and if you draw an imaginary line parallel to the floor, you should see that front and back hemline are at same level. In this image, front is sitting slightly higher, so we need to add to the front length and fix that. Next thing you check is shoulder seam. You need to make sure that shoulder seams are in the correct position. There is no excess fabric. I see a little bit of excess fabric here, and the shoulder line could come a little bit backward here. Next thing, you check the neckline. I see the neckline look good in this example, but you can turn on the measurements and see if it's too high. You can drop it, or if it's sitting too close or far from the neck, you can adjust that. Next thing you check is the bust dart. As I said before, we see some excess fabric here, which shows that our dart could be bigger to remove this excess fabric from the armhole. The next thing is the armhole line. As you see in this image, armhole is not very smooth, so after we fix the dart and increase it, we need to close the dart and smooth out the armhole shape. So that was the order of fitting in Bunka method. In addition to that, we need to make sure that there are no drag lines on the sample. The garment looks symmetrical on both sides. All of these we should make sure that we are checking. If there are some excess fabric anywhere, we need to check that too. For example, here you see some pulling happening here, which we need to make sure we get fixed. I think it might be due to front length shortage and maybe waistline being tight. The next point to check is waist darts. For checking waist darts, just note that how much space you see between the garment and body at front, and how much you see between garment and the body at back. This space should be equal. Here I think one reason is that front length is shorter than back, but after we fix that, we need to double check this, and if we see more space at front, we need to increase the dart width at the front, and the same amount we are adding to these A and B dart we need to remove from back darts E and D. Now that we know the order of fitting, we can start by the first step, which was the front and back length. For that, first I draw a line on the waist of my bodice to see how much my back length is longer than my front. For that, I use this basic circumference tool. I place it where I see the back is sitting. Then I hold shift to draw a straight line and click another 2 points to create this line. So now I see how much difference I have between my front edge of bodice and this line. I can measure that with my basic tape measure. It's 0.4, so almost half a centimeter. Before I start making any changes to my pattern, it's good idea to clone it as reference line. This way, if you make a mistake and want to go back to your original pattern, it's easy for you to do. For that, click on all pattern pieces that you have, select all, right click and choose the clone as reference. Now I can add the half centimeters to my front length by choosing my front panel, upper lower edge, right click and offset pattern outline by half centimeters. You only need to do it on one side because it will do automatically on the other one. There are some extra point made which I don't need. I remove them. Next we wanted to check our shoulder seams. I saw some excess fabric here, so I want to move down my back armhole at top by 0.75. I hold and drag this point by 0.75. You see now, you can see where your original line was, so if you want to go back later you can, and I see my line is become a little bit shorter. I don't want that, so I bring it back to the length it was. The same amount you come down from top, you need to go down from armhole. So here I move it down the same amount. We can fix armhole shape later. Now that I'm at shoulder, I see that there is some excess fabric here and my shoulder dart could be a little bit bigger. I can edit the dart and make it 2.5. Also shape the dart cap here. Now we need to make sure our front and back shoulder line are measuring same. Back armhole is 13, back shoulder is 13, front is 13.34, so we need to add to our shoulder here same amount which is missing to keep them at the same length. 13.37. Right now they are almost equal, which is good. One point is that if you had the actual person wearing this garment, you could pin the excess amount and remove the exact amount that you have pinned on the garment on your pattern. Right now I am doing it only by looking at the pattern, but if you had the actual garment, you could do it more exactly. Next is the bust dart. As I said, there are some excess fabric here. I want to remove like 1.5 centimeter when I look at the pattern from here. So for that I need to increase the width of this dart. You select the dart legs, edit the dart, and I want to make it 6 centimeters. But you see it doesn't let you because this point is very close to the dart. You need to move it down. I bring it down by 1.5 centimeters. And then now I can edit the dart, make it 6, and don't check the shape dart for now. And you see your original lines were here. You need to be careful not to go inside too much because you will lose your across front measurement. I will adjust this later to make sure my across front is good. As you see in the image, this amount is cut from the front panel and will help reducing the excess fabric. Now I want to sew back this garment and check the waist dart, but before that I want to shape my bust dart, and for that I want to rotate it and move it to center front. Rotating dart in CLO is easy. You just click on your dart legs, right click, rotate, and then select the point you want to rotate to. Here I want to rotate it here, exactly a vertical line from the bust dart end to the center front line. Then after I select this point, I come and choose the bust point, then select this part, and I can rotate it here, and I can choose the length of this dart. I come back to the bust point again. As you see, this point is not very smooth. How we can make it smooth is that I choose the smooth curve tool and make this shape like so. And while I am at it, I will smooth the rest of the armhole as well with this tool. The good thing about this tool is that it gives you some handles that later you can manipulate and fix your dart. For example, see now I can change this handle and make this angle change to 90 degree, which is ideal if we have. And even here I can make this shape nice and smooth. Okay, now that I like the shape of my armhole, I can move back my dart where it was. Again, right click, rotate, find the middle point between these points that you have created, and again choose the bust point and rotate this piece back. Okay, I think now we can sew this up. When you click on the sewing tool, you see that some of your seams are not matched. For example, the side seam. Let's see how different it is from front and back. In order to check that, I go back to my edit pattern tool and see this line is 18.56 because we moved it down, if you remember, and this point is 19.8. We need to make this equal, so I want to reduce the side seam length at front to make it 18.56. I click and drag this point and then right click. This is a way to do that. We can change this here, 18.56. Okay, now these two lines have same length. We can match them up together. Right click on both, match up to start. And with the use of these handles, we can make the shape as smooth as armhole, which is okay. Okay, rotate this piece back. Now we check the sewing. So this sewing line is good, but it needs to extend on this side. We extend it, and these darts also need to be extended because we have added that half a centimeter, and even front seam need to be extended. I think the rest of the seams should be fine, and we can simulate. Okay, Okay, as you see, the excess amount is gone from the armhole. Front and back length are more level. If you remember, we said we would check our waist dart after sewing and increasing the front length. Right now our front length is improved, and if we draw another line, it is almost at same level. I see a little bit unevenness on the waist, and I wanna shape my darts cap. Right click on them and enter. Right click on the dart, edit dart, and make sure you have the shape dart on, and then enter. Same thing here. This will help improving the waistline shape. When I look at from side view, the amount of space at front and back is almost equal. And the pulling which I had seen before has improved. I just feel that the waist looks a little bit tight, so I want to reduce same amount from this dart and the back dart. So I edit this dart. I see it's 1.8, I make it 1.5. And this dart, I see it's 4.2, I make it 4. Okay, now it looks better. So our fitting is almost done. Now I wanna check all of my seams to make sure all of them are smooth, especially here at armhole. I see this line is a little bit needs a bit of improvement, like so. And let's start from the top. I choose this line, match up to start. See this line, I can smooth. If you see you cannot choose it, you need to bring it to front. See, now you have the handles. You can edit to make sure this line is smooth, and on the armhole match up at the end to see this line. So you see our bust line is changed now. We need to draw a new bust line for both front and back. I draw an internal line from this armhole point straight to front, same thing straight to back. These are our new bust line. As you see on the avatar, they are more aligned with the bust as well. This angle should be 90. can also click on this point and have the 90-degree line up to, for example, half centimeters. Okay, I see the back waist is a little bit more gaping than front, so I think I make this dart like what it was before, 4.2. Okay, it is better now. So you see we have a lot of extra line in our garment. It's better to remove them and draw the new chest line, because now our chest line starts from this point up to the front line. Let me turn off my angles, draw a new line from both front and back. Actually, this piece is not rotated to grain line. Now I can draw the line. Okay. First, we need to remove that reference lines, delete reference lines. Otherwise, it won't let us to remove them. So I remove all of these by trace tool, this tool. Okay, our fitted sloper is ready. As you see, it's balanced. The chest line is looking straight, parallel to the floor. In the side view, it's looking level and balanced at waist. And this is the chest line at back, which looks straight. So overall, looks very good. We can add the sleeve in the next step, and I'll see you next week for creating a sleeve sloper. Thank you for watching this tutorial.